Hi folks, just thought I'd pick up. For those of you who don't know me, just in case there are some people this game's update goes out to, my name is Scott Turner, I'm the branch manager for Cardiff Central. I wanted to take an opportunity to pick up on a topic that I know I've discussed with a few of you recently, and one that's mentioned weekly in the game's update, which is tabletop etiquette. Since COVID-19 began, avoiding using the whole unprecedented time statements, we've had to move our games online. And with the advent of that, our groups have gone online, and I think we're 6 months into online gaming, 9 months into online gaming. I can't remember. Days have moulded into weeks, have moulded into months. With that, we've obviously had to find different ways of communicating, different ways of running our games, and different methods. I myself have run quite a few games in that time. Biggest thing that I can say, guys, is please remember it is hugely important to communicate with your games master. All right, with your dungeon master, with your GM, whatever you want to refer to them as, the person who runs your game, the person who facilitates your gaming experience. You can't, your GMs will reach out to you and confirm everybody's going to play. Responding to them on the day is just, it's not something you can do, folk. You need to make sure, if you can, please, as a personal favour to me, communicate with your GMs. It doesn't matter what medium you use for conversation, whether that be, on the gram, Facebook, Facebook Messenger, text, phone call, carrier pigeon, cantrip message, whatever method you decide you want to use, please make sure you communicate. All right. Secondly, whatever method you use, however many people are in your group, please be conscious of the fact that there are multiple people in your group. It's not just you. Your group itself, yes, we're having to use different methods. Using some of these online vehicles like Teams or Zoom, it's easy for a smaller or quieter voice to be lost. Please, let's just remember that there are people in the group who may not be as confident as you, who may not be as voluble as you, who may not be able to voice their opinion as strongly or as loudly as you can. So everybody should have a voice. If you disagree with what a member of your party says, please keep that disagreement to yourself on a personal level. If you're not comfortable with what a party member has done in character as player characters, let's discuss it in character as player characters, and let's stop there. If it comes to a case of, we're having out of character conversations about in character decisions, then realistically, we just kind of need to shelve that and move on, folks. If you have stuff going on in the outside world, so you have background noise, you're looking after the kids, you've got other family members around you. We understand that. I understand that. I've been working from home since March for my day-to-day job, and we've had to sort of tell people and warn people, look, be careful. There's background noise going on. We get that, but let's try and minimize the impact of that where we can. It's not acceptable to wander around your property on video camera with the sound on while having a game of D&D because it impacts everybody else's experience. It's not acceptable to carry on full-blown conversations with other members of your family while your microphone's on, while you're playing a game of D&D. If you want to do that, please remember that in all of these vehicles, whether it be Facebook Messenger, whether it be Zoom, whether it be Teams, whether it be cantrip message, there is a mute button. All right, let's mute those calls. If you need to go and do something off camera but you want to stay involved, turn your camera off. All right, none of us need to see what the inside of your bathroom looks like. It's just not how it works. All right, folks, let's remember that everybody has a voice, but nobody wants to see stuff. There are certain things called the mystique of the nerd that the rest of the group shouldn't see, and let's try and keep the alertness of that going if we can. Okay, everybody should be having fun. Your GMs as well. I don't know whether people realise this, put a lot of time into prepping for online gaming. You've all, and I'm guilty of it, and I admit this on a recorded call, that I sometimes will wing a session as your GM and haven't done a lot of prep for it face to face. You can't do that anymore on an online game. Some of these GMs, certainly, whether you've been running for a week, a month, a year, you have to put a lot more prep time into online gaming. You have to make sure your maps are available and uploaded. You have to make sure your NPCs have all got character sheets, tokens for everybody, that your macros work, your maps move, your monster tab, your monster cards are available. You've got plot. if your players make special requests, like they request a black market, for example, you know, that if there are 8 NPCs in the black market, there are conversations that you can have with 6 of them that will lead to an outcome, that they're not just non-substantive interactions. It takes a lot for a GM to do that. They may be working, they may have their own issues that they're coping with, you know, everybody has those problems, but as players, if your GM takes the time, please explore them, you know. And there is a very fine line between sandbox and railroading. And most GMs will worry about that. But that's where you as players come in. All right, folks. I don't think there's anything more I can really say, other than just if anyone wants to talk to me about this, the content of this video, or have any side conversations, or even just want to sort of say, look, you know, you're wrong. You know where I am. Scott@rphaven.co.uk. Reach out to me through the normal social media methods, and just let me know. Anyone's got any thoughts or comments, anything you think I should include in the next video, please give me a shout. Thanks, folks.